Picture this. You check your bank account one day, and for the first time in your life, it feels different. There's no stress, no anxiety, no, am I going to make it to the end of the month? Because sitting there is a number you've never seen before. $20,000 saved. And for a moment, everything feels under control. You feel smart, disciplined, ahead. Like you finally figured something out that most people haven't. But then, something subtle starts to happen. Not overnight, not dramatically, just small shifts. You start ordering food a little more often. You stop checking prices as much. You upgrade small things. Nothing crazy, just better. A nicer phone, better clothes. Maybe you start thinking, why am I still living like this if I've got money now? And that thought right there, that's where everything changes. Because fast forward a few months, and you check your account again. And that number, it's not $20,000 anymore. It's $12,000, maybe $8,000, sometimes even less. And the scary part? You can't point to one big mistake. There was no disaster, no emergency, just life. This is the part nobody warns you about. Saving your first $20,000 is hard, but keeping it, that's a completely different game. Because the moment you hit that number, you stop operating like someone who's building, and you start thinking like someone who's made it. And that shift is where most people lose. Let's break it down. When you're broke, your mindset is simple. You're careful. You're aware. Every decision matters. But when you have money, you loosen up. You feel safe. And your brain starts rewarding you. It tells you, you've earned this. You've been disciplined. You deserve to enjoy it. And again, none of those thoughts are wrong. But they come too early. Because $20,000 isn't freedom. It's not even close. It's just the beginning. But if you treat it like an arrival, you'll never actually arrive. This is why so many people feel stuck financially. They don't fail because they can't save. They fail because they keep resetting. They build momentum, then break it. Build it again, then break it again. And every time they restart, it gets harder because their lifestyle quietly increases. Let me give you a simple example. Let's say you save $20,000 and you decide to upgrade your life a little. You move to a place that's $300 more per month. You start spending an extra $200 on lifestyle, maybe a car payment of $400. That's $900 more per month, which means now, just to stay in the same position, you need to save way more than before. You didn't move forward. You raised the floor, and now you're stuck maintaining instead of building. This is what people don't realize. Your biggest enemy isn't low income, it's increasing expenses. Because income can go up, but once your lifestyle goes up, it rarely comes back down. And this is where the real opportunity is. That same $20,000 you saved, it can go in two completely different directions. Option one, you protect it. You invest it. You treat it like a foundation. And over time, it starts working for you. Slowly at first, almost invisible. But then it builds and builds and builds until one day it becomes something meaningful. Option two, you treat it like a reward. You celebrate it. You reshape your life around it. And slowly, it disappears. Same money, same person, completely different outcome. And the difference isn't knowledge, it's behavior. Because at this stage, the problem isn't information, it's discipline. So, what should you actually do? First, protect yourself. If you have high-interest debt, that's the priority. Because every dollar you invest while paying 20% interest is a losing move. You're not building wealth, you're leaking it. Second, stability. You need a buffer, because life will happen. Unexpected costs, job changes, emergencies. And if you don't have protection, you'll be forced to undo your progress. That's how people fall back, not because they're careless, but because they weren't prepared. And third, this is where everything changes. Consistency. Not intensity, not timing, not luck. Consistency. Because wealth isn't built in one decision. It's built in thousands of small ones. Choosing to invest again, choosing not to overspend, choosing to stay on track even when it's boring. And it will be boring. There's no excitement in watching money grow slowly, no instant reward, no validation. But that's exactly why it works, because most people can't do it. They need stimulation. They need action. They need to feel like something is happening. So they chase trends. They make impulsive decisions. They try to speed things up. And that's how they lose. Meanwhile, the person who stays consistent, they look like they're doing nothing. But over time, they build something real. And eventually, it shows. Not in flashy ways, but in freedom. Freedom to choose how you spend your time. Freedom to walk away from things you don't want. Freedom to not rely on a paycheck. And that's the real goal. Not looking rich, not feeling successful, actually being free. So, if you've hit your first big number, or you're getting close, remember this. That moment isn't the finish line. It's the beginning of the hardest phase. The phase where you have something to lose. And how you handle that decides everything that comes next. Because most people won't pass this stage. They'll upgrade too early, relax too soon, spend too fast, and end up right back where they started. But the ones who do pass it, they're not smarter, they're not luckier, they're just more patient. They understand something simple, that real progress isn't exciting, it's repetitive. And if you can handle that, if you can stay consistent when it stops feeling rewarding, then over time, you won't just save money, you'll build something most people never reach. Control. And once you have that, everything else changes.